All right, guys. Go ahead.
Josh, last night your minutes surpassed your combined 2 minutes in the first two games. Could you talk about your overall performance last night with the increased playing time?
Yeah, I think just, coming back from injury, I think it was an emphasis for coaches just making sure I'm comfortable on the court. But for me, I just coming in and trying to bring as much energy as I can. We know it's going to be a physical series, and it's fun. All the guys ready to go, so it's always fun to be in that environment.
Josh, how do you keep your composure when you get hit upside the head like you did against Westbrook?
It's part of basketball. I have to hit players too, so it's like it just happens. It's part of it. I don't care, man. I've been hit way worse, so it's fine. It's just part of the game. If anything, it makes it more competitive. It makes it more fun. So I enjoy it.
What do you guys got to do tomorrow to take advantage of it? Try to go 3-1 in this series.
It's a big game. I think just mindset-wise, it's 0-0. And I think for us, just coming in with the same energy, making sure that we hit first tomorrow, and we know it's going to be a competitive battle, but just making sure that we're ready to go.
We talked about the physicality of the series. How have you seen it progress from game 1 to game 3? What are you expecting going into game 4?
Yeah, I think from game 1 it's being physical. I don't think it's something that's happened over time. I think every single game so far has been a very physical game. And I think everybody from the team standpoint has responded very well. And I just see it's going to get more and more physical as the games go on. But we're ready for that.
Have you noticed what you can get away with and what you can't get away with?
I don't really. I think as a player, it's a hard question to say. You don't get away with it. It's just more physical.
Speaking of all that, PJ Washington's pose. Can you just share your thoughts on that?
It's awesome. From a team, and honestly, just I took out of just the crowd standpoint for the most part. Being able to see their reaction to that, it gets everybody going. So, I can't say that I would probably do something similar to that. Probably not my type of thing. But in saying that, the crowd's reaction and the atmosphere in there was amazing last night. And it's always fun. It's always fun when it's like that.
You mentioned the crowd reaction. The Mavs fans know they have one job: be rowdy, loud, and proud. How much does that help you all every day, especially in the playoff season?
Oh, it's huge. It's huge. We have some amazing fans, and it's just even running out of warm-up lines and seeing that the place is packed. It's an amazing feeling, and it's something yesterday it's weird. It's kind of like you dream of moments like that as a kid. Being able to play in the playoffs and hearing all the fans go crazy. So I'm just grateful to be here, and I want to keep going. It's an adrenaline rush, and I don't want it to stop.
Josh, last night you guarded both Kawhi and PG at times, bringing great energy. Could you talk a little bit about you taking on the challenge of guarding the best players?
Yeah, I think it's part of my job and why I'm out there. And we've been watching a lot of film for the last week, so it's one of those things. I'm always up for a challenge. They're two amazing players, some best players in the world. So. I think I learn something new every game by just defending them, and it's fun to be able to have a challenge like that.
In a way, Josh, is this a must-win situation for both teams? But you don't want to give up home court advantage, and they don't want to go down 3-1.
I think at this point in the season, every single game is a must-win. It's a 7-game series, but every game matters. So I'd say every single game from here on out, and every single game coming up to this has been a must-win for us.
Josh, how encouraging is it when the threes aren't falling? You guys can still go out, play a good game, and get a win.
It's very, it's very encouraging. I think, obviously, offense hasn't really fully clicked yet, but in saying that, we played, amazing defensively, and that's been awesome to see. So, but in saying that, it's not like the guys, we're not hanging our heads up. The fact that, the shots aren't going in and whatnot, and if anything, it's just making us more competitive and more together on the defensive end, which is awesome to see.
The 90 points that the Clippers scored was the fewest any opponent scored against you guys all season. How important is it to stick to the game plan defensively in the playoffs, and what has helped you guys stick to it?
I think preparation-wise. You know, from the moment our last game, you know, finished of the season, you know, all focus was shifted on the Clippers. You know, it's we've watched more film than I could ever imagine, but you know, we need to, and it's just one of those situations where we're here now. So it's coaches always talk about, you know, holding opponents under 100 points, and that's been a huge emphasis since day one of training camp. And I think, you know, we've done a great job of that lately. So yeah.
Appreciate